What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be talking about NIO, what it's doing today, and just my outlook on where I think it's heading into next week. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, guys, and let's get right into this technical analysis. Now, just looking at the overall market today, guys, it's been kind of mediocre, right? Well, this morning we were pretty much down huge. So this morning we had the huge dip buy, came down, got bought right back up, and now we're at the moment of this recording green for the day. We still have a little over an hour and a half left on the market. So some volatility can pick up that last hour. So still be on the lookout for that, guys. Volatility can still pick up, but right now we're kind of hanging out. We're kind of just basing out on the cues, on the overall market. Looking at NIO kind of did the same thing this morning. So we gapped down, we had the morning dip right down to here, and then we pretty much are just pushing up, and we're actually green on NIO today, which is good to see, but by far we're not out of the woods yet. So most likely, unless we get some crazy price action at the end of the day, I do not think personally that we're going to head up past 44.67. Now, I've been saying that number, I wanted to close above that, but I do not think we're actually going to get above that. So what are we working with now? What are we working with going into next week? Well, we got to be very cautious. So I've talked about this earlier. I said I do not want it breaking this high right here, or sorry, this last low, this low right here. And it just barely, guys, held above it today. So if buyers want to come in, what we need to see is that push above 44.67. So I want to see next week a push above that, because right now we're kind of making a mini downtrend. Now, yes, we're still up from this reversal right here, so you can still have the argument that, hey, we're making higher lows, which is still valid. That's still valid, obviously, until we break that one. But we're kind of working with like this mini downtrend right here, where we're just downtrending, and this can be good. This is either the pullback or this is the continuation from that overall downtrend. Obviously, you're bullish on NIO, I'm bullish on NIO, so we don't want that to happen. So next week, what we're focused on and what we're working with is it pushing past 44.67, at least bare minimum, getting above this high right here. Now we have all of next week, so next week is going to be crazy. We have Jerome Powell. He's talking 3 times next week, so expect a lot of volatility with regards to that. But no matter what happens, just price action alone, getting above 44.67. Now, once we do that, then we'll start getting out of the waters, right? So right now we're deep in it, and it's not looking too good. But once we get above that, then we're back in this consolidation period where we've held that support many times before. I mean, look how many times we held this week. I was actually very, very surprised when the market turned red and we actually broke it, because it was such a strong support. We were holding it many times before, and we just fell through, unfortunately, this week. So once we get above that, that will be a good sign. Then we don't have to worry about this downtrend again, because we've officially broken it once we get above 44.67. Now, big picture, we still have a ways to go. So right now what we're working with is this downtrend right here, push up, pull back, push up, or push up, pull over, and we just fall back down. So that's what we're working with right now. And just looking at the overall state of the market, it's tough. We're in a tough spot right now. This week, we were looking good. We were looking good all the way up until yesterday. I mean, Wednesday looked good. Thursday is where everything just decided to break loose, and we just continue this downtrend. And it got a lot of people questioning, what happened? Why did this, happen? Well, if we're able to recover on the market next week, then NIO is going to be greatly affected by that. I would say NIO probably hits 46, 47 tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next week. Definitely past, actually 48, actually look at this resistance right here, because it typically follows the overall market. So if we're up on the overall market, that's why we saw this pump right here. NIO should benefit from that. Now, I'm not saying there's the direct correlation with it, but typically NIO's been following the overall market, just like the overall market's up right now, NIO's up right now. So our main focus next week, guys, just based off of the setup we're working right now, is getting above that 44.67 level, just so we get out of these past highs right here. So we need to get above those highs so we're not making this downtrend again. Worst case scenario, we just start making this downtrend again and head lower. No, you don't want that. So we need to get above 44.67. Then we can have a plan where hopefully we start pushing up to that resistance at 48.31. Now, that's a strong resistance. We've got rejected many times before. Didn't even get to hit it this week. Thought we were going to based on how overall market was acting, but we did not, unfortunately. So next week, main focus is getting above 44.67, and then ultimately testing this 48.31 level, and depending on how we hold that is where we're going to go from there. But just to recap, overall market kind of in a choppy area right now, in a very choppy area where we're just consolidating. So we definitely need to see some direction coming out of the market. Hopefully next week we do get that, push up, and just this was the dip buy, and we're still in this overall trend reversal and we head back up. That's our main plan next week. Hopefully it sticks. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.